I've said this many times that the jerk era had an influence on this generation that can't be matched.
I seen some of the niggas who was for show banging, like, or at least claiming something. Did some pink skinnies, my nigga. Hey, like, bro, like, you hear that? You know somebody wants to come in a circle, about to fuck it up.
Push ink though. You already know.
Push ink though.
Say she like a pusher, girl, I'm a pusher.
I mean, Push Ink was like, that was it. Like, everybody else's skin fell underneath that, you know, including us.
If you look up YG's old stuff or Ty's old stuff, it's like night and day. You'd be like, huh? Like, but the real LA people, like, they know where these people came from. These groups, especially after school, like the Rangers, you know, they were getting 500,000 to 1 million views, you know, in a week or 2 weeks.
Jayhawk Productions.
Tip it on my dick. 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 Tip it on my dick.
I really want to have YG get on a track of mine. So I remember I emailed him. YG was really buzzing at that time. I think he had two that booted out. And we went back and forth through email, and I got like some records with him early on. I got a girl group there, you know, the Pink Dollars, and we was in the bleachers chilling. So they was deciding between two names. I don't know what the other name was, but I know they chose Pink Dollars. We got in the studio and did I'm Tasty. That was the first record that we did.
We think give a fuck about no shit. Broke a nigga's front, that's why they keep driving. Murder, and she ain't got my shit.
I'm tasty.
Pushing fast, we right here chilling.
Pushing, y'all know what it is, my nigga. Y'all gonna see what it is. They record, they do all that. Your boy right here gonna do 2 minutes booty power on 6.
Let me start off with my name, bitch. TF3 and girl, I'm famous.
Yo, what's up? It's Pink Dollars.
We're Power Rangers. That nigga cute. Everybody know us. No cocky shit, my nigga.
We're gonna be performing your favorite songs. I need that. Took my shit and go get it.
I need that. I need that. I need that. I need that.
About to hit you up with the first advanced jerking tutorials, and then you can add your own swag to it. This. That.
Sorry, Jane.
I've said this many times that the jerk era had an influence on this generation that can't be matched. Looking at the transformation from the internet, we came right after, I say, the crank that era.
Oh yeah, YouTube was super new. I remember like really getting on it. It was like, what is this? Like, it's like a little platform for videos or whatever. Okay, this is cool.
Soulja Boy initiated internet success. He's the one that showed people what it was like to get signed through the internet by his grind and his hustle. And then when we came out, we elevated it by showing people just the consistency and the progression that we can take it.
Did the jerk era start the viral dance video?
Yeah, facts. I mean, wait a minute, nope. No, we didn't. It was right after the Soulja Boy, and niggas was hitting like the Batmans and the Soulja Boys and cranking the Ryus and shit like that.
I really give credit to like Soulja Boy, because Soulja Boy I feel like was really what we were looking at, you know, like as 16, 17. I mean, I realized I think Soulja Boy only like a year older than me, you know. So that was our period. That was our era, you know, our generation, our laying the blueprint and the foundation, you know, for the kids today to really just, it's in their blood, you know.
So AIM was probably the pivotal moment in like social media, low key, on like how to stay connected with people. I think that was like the first thing. It was instant, you know, like nobody texted, like nobody had nobody's number, like never had your number.
Yeah,
I had
it was all AIM.
Fucking AIM, like that's what it was, like
trying to have 10 conversations going
on at once, bro.
At that time, MySpace was very popular. Because on MySpace, they had this thing enabled where you can download the music straight to your phone, you know? And we was getting like, oh man, like 15,000 plays with like 6,000 downloads every day. And that's how the music spread so fast. And we weren't getting a royalty, we weren't getting paid. I don't think anyone made money off MySpace besides what they did off of that platform.
I remember me and Thad used to DM a lot of niggas who jerked and like would upload this shit on their MySpace page, and we'll look at the views that they'll get and we'll be like, yo, dance to this, you know, or hey girls, like, yo, put this in your song, we'll put you in the top 8. Shit like that. You feel me?
In the beginning, you know, when I was in the Rangers camp is when I started seeing how strong YouTube and everything was, because they used to film their videos and Julian would upload it onto YouTube from his computer in his room. Next thing I know, I'm seeing people from out the country reaching out to them on like Twitter and like MySpace and stuff, and they making videos in like Paris and everything, and I'm just like, whoa.
Sorry, J9.
I say around 2008, that was when the fashion kind of changed, because music, you know, at that time, it was like the nerd, like, you know, skater look.
Before it was like the 3X tall pro clubs and the Forces, Visu, Red Monkey, jeans, whatever they was wearing, you know, the jeans, the white tees.
I'm telling you, summer 07 was a big shift. A big shift, bro. The music started to change. Early 2000s, mid 2000s, Dipset, 50, G-Unit, baggy clothes. You get to 08. The skater look was like already coming in. You had Lil Wayne like wearing like small t-shirts. Still bigger jeans, but like, remember like niggas was rocking like the chains and shit, like the chains around like the pants.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started wearing, you know, the skinny jeans, the acid wash jeans, the bleach jeans, and I liked it better, you know, because I actually felt more comfortable because it was a fit. I just remember, like I said, seeing a lot of flannels and skinnies, and, you know, snapbacks was coming in style, and the vintage nostalgia look was coming in.
I never really got too creative with my skinny jeans. I just kept it like black, just solid. But I have friends like the homie YT, who goes by Thiz now. He used to have printed animal print jeans, you know, and I was like, man, but they was dope. They was fly. Like the homies from the Rangers, like CJ and all them, they would just be having these prints on their jeans.
Bro, I had the skinniest 511s with the
511s,
bro, with the Pro Club small. I'm a medium though, you feel me? A medium would have worked though. That's the thing, a medium would have fucking worked. But I had a small just to pull off the skater look. Put them bitches on, I was like, oh shit, these are tight. Oh. Like going from a size 38 to like a 33, it's like crazy. But I never turned back though. Think about it, cats in the 70s, Grandmaster Flash and all them cats, they're rocking like leather huggers, you feel me? And like small vests and chest hairs out. But like nobody was talking shit about them. So when we did it, they were talking shit about us. But I mean, it hasn't changed, so it's like, they obviously see what they see what it is.
I used to get clowned for wearing my jeans and shit, but I used to tell niggas, I mean, girls is taking them off and doing what we gotta do, so.
Sorry, J9.
The Rangers low-key put a lot of niggas in the streets onto new music.
We was just, you know, dancing to whatever sounded good. You know, if it went with the style, if it was something that we can, you know, pin, drop, reject, and do everything to, and if it just fit the era, because, you know, it had to be a jerking song that we danced to, or it had to be just a function song that was for parties.
These groups, especially after school, like the Rangers, you know, they were getting 500,000 to 1 million views, you know, in a week or 2 weeks.
With us, Rangers, they did the 4 Fingers Up. They did 4 Fingers Up on the video. Next day, bro, Fuck, this shit got like 500,000 views.
Because it was certain songs that people didn't listen to for a time period, but then once you make a video to it, it became popular again.
Our sound from like the jerk movement, credit some of that to the hyphy movement. That fun shit, you know? That was my first experience. Well, no, maybe like crump, like clown dancing, like 2001-ish and shit like that. But like to really grow up in this shit was probably the hyphy movement.
Like, you know, we was dancing in like Too Short, Keep the Sneak, E40, like, you know, Federation. Like we was dancing to real like function music and party music. And then when YG and Asia Lynn and Pink Dollars and Tay and, you know, New Era and, you know, even Savvy, shit, if it sounded good and it was able to fit the style, then we just threw it in there.
J-Hawk production. Tasty.
I knew I wanted to work with a girl group, and I think at that time Vixens was really like popping. And I was gonna work with the Vixens, but I was like, I think somebody had told me like, oh, there's some girls rapping on campus. I was like, oh, word. I got a girl group there, you know, the Pink Dollars, and we was in the bleachers chilling. So they was deciding between two names. I don't know what the other name was, but I know they chose Pink Dollars. My breaks and lunches, I would spend making beats. So I would, like my hour lunch, when the bell would ring, I would just go to the studio. So I made a lot of their beats right there on campus. So I got in the studio and did I'm Tasty. That was the first record that we did. And I think Don't Need No, Lap Dance, just everything, like all that. And then we was on the radio. It was lit, man. It was really, I think it was on the New York Times. It was on the cover of LA Weekly. Just all off of, like I said, having fun, man. Like not thinking, just saying what you want. You know what I'm saying?
What was that first jerking song that I heard that was like, well, what the fuck is this?
I know, but go ahead.
Oh, what's up?
TF Third. I smoke, I drink, I jerk, whatever. I think it's called I. That was, cause when that shit dropped, boom, 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 I was like, woo! I was like, damn, bro. Like, Avis, take a third, and bitch, I'm famous. I was like, oh, this nigga's killing this shit.
Let me start off with my name, bitch. TF Third, and girl, I'm famous. I pop, I jerk when I push to the club.
Definitely the Cat Daddy record is the one I definitely adore the most, you know, because I think to get that with your day ones, you know what I'm saying? Especially off the people with the group that invented the dance in the first place. Like that is like, it's amazing, you know?
I remember we was outside of the club heat, standing in line waiting to get in, and they was playing that shit. I'm like, we gotta get the fuck in there.
When I started, I was a background dancer for the Rangers. I was in their little camp. It wasn't until later when I got recruited by Action Figures to be a part of the group. We had opened up Club Action in 2010. It was off Fairfax and Pico. Man, we threw so many parties there, and we had names. Like we had Young Sam come in there one time. We had Red Deuce and Jay Nari pull up one time. The Belladons came. Jay Cooley and No Goods performed and almost caved the damn roof in. LOL Kids came. It was a lot of people that showed up to that damn club.
So after YG and TF Third, start hearing about Vixens, and we start hearing about Jay Cooley, and we start hearing about Red Deuce. Like Jay Nari's like nigga, then like G Austin. Like we had a wave like of artists that just started popping up out of nowhere. Niggas used to like fucking swag surfing shit, like hey. Like, bro, like, you hear that, you know somebody wants to come in a circle, about to fuck it up, bro.
You know, recently, they did the Millennium Tour with B2K and Pretty Ricky, and you know, I think the Jerk era, the Ratchet era, could do something like that.
I would love that. That would be so fun. I was honestly trying to put together something like that to where I can maybe just DJ, like we just throw a party and we just, you know, call like a throwback party or whatever. No bottle service, nothing like that. Just bar, you know what I'm saying? Me up there playing the records, maybe have some artists come out and perform some of the throwback joints. Just have a throwback night, you know what I'm saying?
Push Ink though. Push Ink though. You already know. Push Ink fast. We right here chilling.
Push Ink, y'all know what it is, my nigga. Y'all gonna see what it is. They record, they do all that. Your boy right here gonna do 2 minutes booty power on 6.
I mean, Push Ink was like, that was it. like everybody else just fell underneath that, you know, including us. We seen that and was like, yo, we gotta be like them. Because every time we go to Lakewood Mall, the Lama Mall, Long Beach Town Center, South Bay Galleria, it was fucking Pusha and Beanies. We're like, okay, we got exactly that.
I definitely had expectations on YG because he definitely was, I say, a staple in that era at that time because he had so many hits and his music was so popular. It was unquestionable that he was gonna go far.
Can I hit that, get that, run that, lick that, since you say you a dog, can I flip that, top model did every 5 years? Oh, that nigga killed that. He murdered that shit.
I really want to have YG get on a track of mine. So I remember I emailed him. YG was really buzzing at that time. I think he had two that booted out. And we went back and forth through email, and I got like some records with him early on. Like, and even I remember being in the studio with Ty, Mustard, before Mustard was like making beats, and he was saying how he was thinking about getting into it, you know, and with Ty.
And then the same thing with Ty Dolla $ign. Like, I didn't think that Ty would reach the level he did, but I knew he was going to get somewhere, you know. And with Mustard, everybody remember Mustard, you know what I'm saying, DJing at Dorsey or even DJing at World on Wheels and, you know, some of the little teen clubs back in the day. Like, but we didn't know he was going to be, like, crossing over like that. Because once I heard Rack City by Tyga and I heard he produced it, I said, well, ball game. I said, it's all go from there.
Niggas wanted him to host like their mixtapes and shit like that. You feel me? And if you had him streaming on your track, that was tight, and that translated to fucking him producing and him having a tag, and now niggas they don't want the DJ no more, they want the producer.
If you look up YG's old stuff or Ty's old stuff, it's like night and day. You'd be like, huh? Like, but the real LA people, like, they know where these people came from. I'm just honored to be a part of his foundation, you know what I'm saying? It's just like Los Angeles history that I think only a select few people know, but the people that know, you know what I'm saying?
Say she like a pusher, girl, I'm a pusher, and I got it tatted on me like a Ruger. It's pushing, baby, got the team from the east to the west, from the hood to the south.
A lot of times, positivity in LA don't last. From over the years with gangbanging and, you know, the community, like how they're so strong knit with street code and whatnot, a lot of people feel like this jerk shit, you know, wasn't cool. Or like they also feel like, oh, it was there at the time for that time, so now we in a whole nother time, so it is what it is, and let it go.
You look back at that time and see how many artists from the jerking period got signed and who aren't signed anymore. Something happened there. They didn't know something.
I mean, like, it's so much street politics. Because at the time, people wanted to stop gangbanging and start jerking. And, you know, the streets didn't like that. So they would always downplay it and always throw salt on it because it was taken away from them being a part of such negativity.
So I try to arm them with that knowledge now. So if they do get signed, they'll know something. They won't know anything. They'll know how to pick a lawyer or watch out for bad contracts or, you know, the type of royalties they should be getting or, you know, just little stuff like that goes a long ways that if anyone had told me, I would have probably listened, you know, but I didn't really have anybody in that position like through my years at 15, 16, 17, 18. Sometimes you can have too much fun and not handle the business of things. So I really wanted to make sure that anything, as much as I learn and know, I try to put back into the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, and try to help. If I could just help one, I get messages like every day and I love it. Like people saying I helped them do this or, you know, oh, I didn't know how to do that. Even if it's something like I did a video on like doing SoundCloud private the correct way, like little stuff like that, you know, just helping people as long as, if I could save you, you know, a minute of your time or a month or years stuff. You know, I'm talking about stuff that I didn't learn till years later that you can learn in 10 minutes on my YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So just trying to keep that positive energy flowing, man, giving back